No, 23 December. We have contract.
Fury easier, or do you think he was playing possum tonight?
Як ти думаєш, ти з легкістю поб'єш цю версію Тайсона Ф'юрі, чи все ж таки щось зміниться?
Ні, я про це не думаю, я буду тренуватись на 200%. I not think, but I will be training 300%. But listen, it's boxing. Maybe it's an element surprise. Maybe.
All I've ever asked for is the opportunity, and I've got that. And I'm not planning on stopping here. I'm not planning on getting in the ring with Usyk and going, look, thanks for having me, and just rolling over. That's not what I'm about. I think you saw that tonight. So yeah, look, when that bell does go, me and Usyk do finally get in the ring, he's gonna have to work for it. Tell Usyk to turn up, give him the directions to Ipswich. I'll give him my postcode, he can come find me and we can do it in the garden, but I don't care. Like, as long as he's there,
I'm ready for ya! Usyk laughs but aims straight at Fabio, saying Parker was nothing special. He promises to expose Wardley as a lucky puncher, claiming he'll show the world what real boxing looks like when true skill steps into the ring.
Please don't be afraid. My legs better.
Frank Warren confirms what every fan wanted to hear. The next step for Fabio Wardley is Oleksandr Usyk, and there's no escape clause left. With belts on the line and pressure at its peak, this showdown feels inevitable. Wardley must now prove he belongs among the elite.
Sorry?
Is it Oleksandr Usyk next for Fabio?
It is. If he doesn't do it, then he'll be stripped and he'll be declared champion. Fabio is now the WBA and WBO interim champion. So that's it now.
As Fabio screamed Usyk's name, the arena exploded with energy. That wasn't celebration, it was a challenge. His voice carried raw hunger and defiance, as if he was calling out destiny itself. Wardley wasn't asking for respect, he was demanding war.
Fabio Wardley has just defeated Joseph Parker.
Look, Andy, I've got one thing only to say.
What's he gonna say?
Usyk.
Oh!
Usyk.
He wants Usyk!
Fabio's message is fearless and sharp. He's stripping away Usyk's past glory, seeing only the man ahead of him. To Wardley, records and legacies mean nothing. Inside the ropes, it's all about heart, power, and the courage to defy every odd.
He wants Usyk! What do you reckon, chat?
Fabio's calm tone hides quiet fire. The confirmation from WBO is more than paperwork, it's the green light for war. Beneath that calm voice is a fighter visualizing the biggest moment of his career, fully certain his time has finally come.
All I needed was that confirmation from the WBO saying I'm next. So cool, no problem, no worries. If I'm next, then we'll figure that out.
Fabio's words hit with intensity. He's not the same man Usyk once saw. The fighter who once looked up, now looks across. This new version carries scars, lessons, and ruthless ambition, ready to meet Usyk eye to eye in a fight for respect.
Will you knock out Oleksandr Usyk, Fabio?
Look, I proved I can take out anyone, and it ain't always gonna be pretty, it ain't always gonna look the best, but I proved that I'm an anomaly, I'm something different, I'm unorthodox, I don't go about things in maybe the correct fashion of how you should, but ultimately, if I'm in the ring, I'm on my feet and there's breath in my lungs.
When Tyson Fury praises a puncher, people listen. The Gypsy King sees real danger in Fabio's power, the kind that ends nights instantly. Against a technical wizard like Usyk, one clean shot from Wardley could silence every doubter in a heartbeat.
Listen, Usyk's a special talent. He's a good boxer, but listen, Fabio's a big dangerous puncher, and I'm sure if he hits anybody, knock him out. He's very strong and he carries his power for a long time, so he did really well.
Hamza Shiraz speaks the truth. Many feel, but few say aloud. Fabio keeps rewriting expectations with every fight. He's unpredictable, explosive, and fearless. If that right hand connects on Usyk, the impossible might just become reality once again.
One of the generational talents, one of the best to ever do it, on all the marbles. There's nothing more I could ask for. There's nothing more I could want within this sport. So, just like everything else that's led me here, all I've ever asked for is the opportunity, and I've got that. And I'm not planning on stopping here. I'm not planning on getting in the ring with Usyk and going, look, thanks for having me, and just rolling over. That's not what I'm about. I think you saw that tonight. So, yeah, look, when that bell does go, me and Usyk do finally get in the ring, he's gonna have to work for it. Tell Usyk to turn up. Give him the directions to Ipswich. I'll give him my postcode. He can come find me and we can do it in the garden, but I don't care. Like, as long as he's there, bring his belts, let's get this on.
Dillian Whyte's confidence in Fabio feels raw and loyal. He knows the grit behind Wardley's rise, the blood and sweat that built his reputation from nothing. To Whyte, this isn't about skill alone, it's about a fighter's heart that refuses to break. Wardley represents that underdog spirit every true fighter respects, a man who never quits no matter who stands in front of him, even if that man is Usyk.
Usyk versus Wardley. Who wins? Because you can't write Wardley off now.
Of course, Fabio. Fabio is my guy, so I never bat against him for no one.
Yeah.
Frank Warren speaks with patience, but everyone knows the tension is already brewing. The world wants Usyk versus Wardley now, not next year. Every delay only fuels speculation and builds hype. Fabio's fans believe their man's momentum must not fade, while Usyk's camp knows time only helps them prepare. The wait could be strategic, but it also risks awakening a storm that's already ready to explode into war.
When do I expect to make it? It won't be till next year, so let the dust settle and we'll start the negotiations. And
Ajit Cabelle's words echo the global debate. Can Fabio handle Usyk's speed and rhythm? The question divides boxing fans everywhere. Usyk's movement is world-class, but Fabio's raw power is the kind that changes everything in a split second. One clean punch from Wardley could end all tactical discussions instantly, turning technique into chaos. It's brains versus brawn, elegance against brute will, and everyone wants to see which side truly rules the heavyweight division.
Usyk, Wardley.
I think too fast.
Too fast. Usyk too fast. Usyk fucking wins it. But you know what?
John Fury speaks from the voice of experience. He knows levels exist in boxing, and Usyk's experience cannot be denied. Yet even he admits if Wardley catches Usyk clean, everything could change in an instant. Fabio's journey has been fast, maybe too fast for traditional minds, but that unpredictability is exactly what makes him dangerous. He doesn't follow the rules of progression, he shatters them with his fists.
Well, if I was managing Fabio, no, because there's levels to the game and he's not there with Usyk yet. Usyk's a tricky operator, ton of experience. You're looking at a kid who's had no amateur fights, had about 8 white collar fights, and you can't make the transition from that to that. But don't get me wrong, if he hit Usyk, he'll tip Usyk upside down. But what I would do is just get him another 4 or 5 wins, let him fight good men and let him go when he's ready.
Fabio's words show calm defiance. He respects Usyk's greatness, but never fears it. Beating Parker gave him validation, but now he's chasing legacy. He believes in instinct more than strategy, in grit more than technique. Wardley doesn't need to outthink Usyk, he just needs one clean opening to make history. That quiet self-belief, mixed with raw unpredictability, makes him one of the most dangerous men in the division right now.
It's a hard one to play out. You don't know whatever he's going to do, how he's going to turn up, but he's a great boxer. But if anything, I've proved that Justice Uni, great boxer, Joseph Parker, great boxer, very experienced as well. But in a sum of it, I find a way to win. Like if you're beating me to the punch or whatever else, then I'm going to put my punches together. Or if
Dave Allen speaks with measured honesty, balancing respect with realism. He acknowledges Fabio Wardley's heart, toughness, and relentless drive, but accepts that fighting Usyk is a completely different level. Usyk's movement, rhythm, and timing have broken seasoned champions before. Allen knows grit alone cannot bridge that gap. Fabio may have the heart of a warrior, but Usyk's skill and fight IQ make him untouchable for most heavyweights. Allen's tone suggests admiration mixed with caution, a reminder that courage can take you far, but brilliance defines true greatness inside the ring.
Now Wardley Usyk. You can't rule that man out, to be honest. He's that fit, that tough, punches that hard, and he has the want to punch. That you just couldn't rule him out. But could I see him beating Usyk? Not really. I couldn't see him getting anywhere near him.
Big Baby Miller delivers his thoughts with sharp honesty. He believes Fabio's pride got the better of him, costing him the fight and perhaps a defining win. According to Miller, Wardley had control but refused to play smart when it mattered most. A single knee could have changed the outcome, allowing him to recover and finish strong. Yet Fabio's refusal showed both courage and inexperience. Miller respects his power and resilience, but sees no path for him to beat a tactical genius like Usyk, whose calm and precision expose every emotional fighter's weakness.
He should have took a knee. He should take 1 8 count. He would have still been up by 3 or 4 rounds, and then come back and towards the end of the round, bounce around, and get your win back.
You see Wardley giving a challenge to Usyk. Can he win him?
I don't think so.
Dean White's words come from belief and loyalty. He refuses to count Fabio out despite the odds stacked against him. In his view, Wardley's journey has already proven his worth among the elite. Every fighter he faced was supposed to beat him, yet he found a way through each challenge. Dean sees Usyk not as unbeatable, but as the ultimate test of Fabio's determination. His faith reflects the energy of fans who believe in miracles, showing that sometimes the strongest weapon in boxing isn't power or skill, but an unshakable heart.
Fabio, we're not going to write him off. Listen, he deserves to be there. He's beat all comers in front of him, and we just all got to get behind him and try and see if he can beat the myth, the legend in Usyk.
Ben Davison expresses frustration mixed with praise. He acknowledges a brilliant performance, but believes the gum shield incident completely shifted momentum. In his eyes, Parker had the upper hand and was seconds away from sealing victory before chaos interrupted. Davison highlights how fragile boxing can be, where one small distraction turns dominance into disaster. His tone reflects the unpredictable nature of the sport, where skill and preparation sometimes lose to chance. To him, that moment summed up everything about the fight's controversy and how quickly fortunes can change inside the ring.
Fabio.
Yeah, brilliant. Fantastic performance against the second best heavyweight in the world, people were saying. Come from behind. I thought the situation in the second round was an absolute shambles with the gum shield.
I was about to ask you that, with the gum shield.
You know, if the gum shield comes out, if there's a lull in the action, you'll put it back in. But he was on the verge of potentially getting rid of him. And
Dean White captures the intensity perfectly. He describes a back-and-forth war where both men emptied everything. Fabio's power reminded him of Deontay Wilder, unpredictable and deadly, capable of turning any fight around. Yet Parker's patience and conditioning gave him the final edge. Dean respects both, acknowledging Fabio's knockout potential while crediting Parker's experience for breaking through the chaos. His words underline the beauty of heavyweight boxing, where a single mistake can end everything, and one perfect shot can flip the story in an instant.
Both guys had their moments in there. It was ebb and flow, and you know what it is, I was like, Fabio hit him with some good shots. Fabio needs to do a bit more. But Fabio's always, he's like the Deontay Wilder of the UK, man. He always has that equal there down the stretch. I mean, I think Parker blew his tank in that round before, where he literally let it out, and then kind of that was his, it wasn't what the goose.
In the end, Joseph Parker once again proved why experience and composure win fights, not just raw power. Fabio Wardley came in with fire, courage, and a will to shock the world. But Parker's patience and precision told the real story. Every time Fabio launched forward, Parker's timing silenced the noise. The fight was a test of heart, and both men delivered, but only one showed the difference between potential and mastery. Parker reminded the boxing world that veterans still rule this division. Fabio earned respect, yet Parker's calm under pressure made him look levels above. This wasn't just a fight, it was a lesson in control, strategy, and resilience. If you felt the emotions of this war and believe Parker deserves more credit for his dominance, hit that like button, subscribe for more honest boxing breakdowns, and let's keep this conversation alive in the comments below.